Hey, what's up guys? Here we've got a floating heel isometric hold. Now, this particular isometric places a lot of emphasis on the tissues, the plantar fascia of the foot, and the connective tissues of the foot, the ankle, and the shank, or the lower leg. Ultimately, we're trying to create healthy levels of stiffness and compliance in those connective tissues so that we can then effectively, apply force to the ground, whatever our sport might be. So here I'm using just a steel plate. You could use anything that raises you up a couple inches off the floor. Now, the setup's important. You don't want to have your foot too far onto the plate, and you also don't want to be right on the tiptoes. If you think about kind of finding the crease of this is essentially where my big toe or hallux, when I'm extending here, where that crease is. Like you're going to see the wrinkles across the top of the foot. Put that on the edge of your lift. From there, still got my back foot on the ground, okay? I'm going to let this heel drop, and then I'm going to load it, and I'm going to rise up. So that we're effectively like turning on and engaging that tissue. From there, this hand is just used for support, okay? And I'm going to lift the rear foot, and I'm going to hold this for whatever the prescribed time might be, okay? Thinking about not trying to necessarily like curl my toes up, but more trying to apply force down as if this plate was trying to lift up off the floor and I'm driving it back down. Now I don't want my heel to drop down, all right? I want to keep it just barely above parallel without rising up too high. That would be a different pattern. Now you can load this movement, make it tougher by grabbing a dumbbell, some other implement, wearing a vest, okay? And it's the same movement, all right? Just hanging on here for support and loading really down through the forefoot, trying to keep the knee from drifting back here too far. We want to have that knee out over the toes, so we're keeping this positive shin angle throughout the isometric hold.